People think it's a luxury to be in great shape. I'm here to tell you why it is an absolute essential part of your life and how your life will actually change once you are jacked. This is a very, very important video, especially if you are not a hermit that lives by yourself with no other family, with no other friends, with no one else. If you are someone that has people in your life, this is going to be very, very relevant for you. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Tom Sergey. I run the Gorilla Platoon. This is an online physique transformation program where we get transformations like this each and every week, and we speak about them online so you can apply them to your own life. Now, let's get into the weeds of this video. So, what life is like now as someone that is above 20% body fat, for example. The first and the main issue, and the main thing you're leaving on the table, is your self-respect from other people. You could have a load of accolades, but unfortunately, if you are still fat and out of shape, people are always going to see you as slightly weaker. Because in the physical form you actually are, people are going to look and think, he's got body fat, he's slower than me, he's got body fat, he's not as strong as me, he's got body fat, he's going to be a lot weaker than I am. And when people see you as that, you can make a lot of money, people still just don't respect you the same way. And again, it's not one or the other, it's not make a load of money or be in shape. You can have both, and you should have both, and to be honest, the two absolutely go hand in hand from each other. But if you're walking around this earth with no respect from other people, what are the chances you're going to respect yourself? Very, very low. Now, if you have low respect for yourself, what's the chances that you are ambitious? Probably very low. If you are not ambitious, what's the chances you will achieve anything of success in your life? Probably very low. And if you don't achieve success in your life, how do you think you're going to feel? Probably pretty shit. So in a weird way, by the fact that no one respects you, you are going to live a worse life for the reasons and the rabbit hole we've just gone down. If you kept asking me why to the answer of each question, we've come down to people don't respect you. Why is that bad? Because ultimately you're going to have a low sense of self-esteem, achieve not much in life, and therefore be pretty fucking miserable. Which is a shame because each man, I say, really is like the same. We all start this earth as blank canvas. Our value is developed on what benefit we can bring to the world and what type of person we can become, and everything is earned as a man. Nothing is really given to you, and if it is, good effort, but for the most part it's not. And if you're not doing whatever it takes to level that up, you know, what are you even doing in life? Like, you're just existing through, and it's a really sad way to live, because you could be anything, you could achieve whatever you want, but if you're not even trying, like, you're just wasting your potential you were given. Now, another thing is, no one will listen to you. This is important for the fathers amongst you. If you have children and you're not in shape, that is going to be very, very detrimental to their development. Why? Because your children are going to look to be exactly like you are, because you are their role model. You are their father figure, they are their masculine figure within their life. They are going to want to be like you. If you're a doctor, they want to be a doctor. If you're a fireman, they want to be a fireman. If you're in the military, they want to be in the military. If you train, they'll train. If you watch TV, they'll watch TV. Especially for the first 1 to 7 years, they will be a mirage of you and a reflection of you and your actions. If they lack discipline, it's because you lack discipline. If they lack the ability to be good human beings, it's because you lack the ability to be good human beings. They are literally a reflection of you. So if you are not in shape, they are going to think it's okay to also not be in shape. They're not going to eat clean food if you don't eat clean food. Now, if we just objectively looked at this and said, how do you want your kids to grow up? You'd be like, well, I want them to be successful. I want them to go on and do much better than I did. I want them to be fit. I want them to be healthy. I want them to have good vitality. I want them to progress in their careers. They're not going to be able to go and do those things if you've given them a poor platform to lean on. You need to walk the walk first so they copy you. And if you can do that at a young age for them, then they're going to have a very, very good head start in life. If they come out the womb and you've just done a transformation, like I have a lot of guys who literally get in shape so they're ready for fatherhood. If the child comes out the womb and the first thing he sees is a jacked dad, and that's all he knows and all he sees is you doing the work, very quickly, as soon as he starts to grow up, he's going to copy you, and his foundation is going to be so much further ahead. A lot of you that watch my channel because you didn't come out in the shape you wanted to, now you have to get after. Imagine if you could skip all the videos you have to, or your child would have to watch, because you put them in good stead, because you teach them discipline, you teach them clean foods, you teach them to like clean foods from an early age, you brainwash them that sugar is bad and that the food companies are out to poison them and lower their testosterone. If you can do all that, think of the head start they're going to have on life. Astronomical. But if you don't do that for them, they're just going to end up out of shape with low ambition, and they're going to be a reflection of you, and you don't want that for them. Now, here's another factor. Lack confidence is a cap on your, says optional, I should say potential. You know what I mean? So, if you lack confidence, you will not take risks. You will not go for that thing that is slightly above what you think you can achieve. And if you're not doing that, you're not going to grow as a human being. If you are not constantly changing, taking risks, changing things up, trying things that you think you could fail at, you're going to live a very mundane, boring existence with very little to show for it. But I appreciate it's hard to just step into the unknown. You need to step into the unknown knowing you can be that person that follows through. So actually, we can see the bad parts of this, but what would life look like actually if you did get in shape? You would have a high degree of self-love. You would love yourself. And people think, you hear it from like women, you just fucking love yourself. Yeah, fucking right. Absolutely I do, and I should. Because if I love myself, I can love other people. My cup of love is full for myself. Now I can fill up other people's. If I don't love myself, how can I love other people? If I've got good self-love for myself, what am I going to do? I'm going to treat my body like a temple. I'm going to have the ability to say no to things that do not align with my goals. How many of you would love to say no to a lot of stuff that gets put in front of you? But if we're being quite frank, you just don't have the spine and the backbone for the repercussions of what saying no to that person will do. A lot of you are in this space. If you loved yourself a lot, you would not care. You really wouldn't. The more you love yourself, the better your life will be. The better your life will be, the better everyone else around you's life will be. Think about this. If you loved yourself to the point where you did the daily disciplines, respected yourself, said no to things, were consistent at things, you would have a lot of self-respect for yourself. If you have a lot of self-respect for yourself, you would demand it from other people. The polar opposite of what we just spoke about how people wouldn't respect you. And at the end of the day, even if they didn't, you would not care because you know you've done the work and you respect yourself for that. Which means if you've got a high level of self-respect, your standards for yourself will go up. The cleanliness of your fucking toilet seat will always be clean because you have a higher standard of yourself. How much money you make will go up because you have a higher standard for yourself. The leanness of your abs will go up because you have a higher standard of yourself. You will, again, be more likely to actually stand up for yourself if you are in shape. Because you will actually look the part anyway, so straight away you'll look like a fighting force. But aside from that, because you do the work and you have the respect for yourself, when someone tries to say you should do this, you'll be like, no, I'm not doing that because that's not of my standard, it's not of my caliber, that is beneath me. And therefore, you're going to be, your ability to say no to things is going to be so much easier, which keeps you on the path anyway. You can see how to stay on the path would be a lot easier once you actually have this locked in. You're going to be a confident motherfucker, and that, I don't care what you say, that is man's one of the most important traits you should have. As a man, if you are confident, you will be competent, and therefore you will achieve a hell of a lot of things. You'll be ability to take risks, you'll have higher ambition, you'll achieve more in your career, which means you'll gain more resources, more respect for yourself, you'll be able to give your family a better life because you take risks, because you've got ambition, and you can only do that because you are actually a confident individual. You can see how, you may have thought I was going to say in this video, the benefits of getting a six-pack are, you look nice, and you have big biceps, and you can curl this much, and you can rub your abs on a beach and take cool photos. That's all surface-level stuff. It's not about that. It's never about that. Getting in shape was never about just a couple of photos. It was about the man you needed to become and about the man you can be because you are in shape. It's about the deeper surface level emotional parts of this. That's why you need to get in shape. Do not look at trying to get in shape as a nice thing to have. This would be nice. Cool. I have a six-pack. This is cool. You're treating getting in shape. A lot of you treat getting in shape like getting your teeth done. You're like, yeah, cool. This would be kind of nice. Yeah, I'll have new teeth. They're white and pearly. This would be kind of cool. But you don't care that much. It's not a pain point for you. So you don't care that much about it. But it'd be nice to have it done. That's the way a lot of you see this. You need to see it as much, much deeper than that. Getting in shape is literally a symbol for your self-love for yourself, your respect for yourself, how confident you're going to be, your ability to take risks, your ambition, your ability to be an actual leader. Because it's like, look, I'm doing the things of a leader. I'm disciplined, I'm consistent, I'm resilient, I'm getting up early, I'm training, I'm eating the same foods every day. When things don't go my way, I still turn up the next day and I still get the things done. People are going to want to be like you when you're like that. And most importantly, if you've got family, friends, or people that rely on you, they're going to want to be like you. They're going to be a reflection of how you actually act. And for most of you, that would be the greatest sense of fulfillment you could have for yourself. If you see the people around you acting in the best way you would want them to because of the actions you took and getting in shape, that will give you the most fulfillment as a man. You can make all the money in the world. It doesn't fucking matter. If your kids follow you and end up in great shape and become mini athletes because of the work you do, that will bring you infinitely more fulfillment than any pound sign is going to. That's why you want to do this. That's why getting in shape will change your life, because people will want to be like you. And as a man, there's nothing more fulfilling than that, than being respected and followed. If you have both of those things, you will live a very, very contentful life. And when you live a very life like that, you're going to be a better person to be around. You're going to be filling up other people's cups because yours is already very, very full. So don't look at this as like, oh, cool, yeah, it's a nice six-pack. No. It's much, much deeper than that. That's why you want to be getting jacked. We know the repercussions of not going on this path. Now you can understand the importance of this. So if you want to do transformations like these guys here, there'll be a link in the description. Come join us at the Gorilla Platoon. And other than that, I'll be turning up daily. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.